Hunt by Moonlight. The assignment, Thorn had promised, was straightforward. A creature of some unknown breed, prowling the dense woods surrounding his estate, had been ravaging his exotic pets, animals collected from across the globe as mere trophies. No one could track it, no one could catch it. This claim, this challenge, stirred a reckless curiosity within me, the kind I had often learned to regret too late. I, Prayton, am no mere huntsman. I have carved my legend across continents, from the frozen taiga where the Amur leopard prowls to the humid jungles that cradle the Bengal tiger. To hear there was prey I could not hunt was an affront to my craft. Naturally, I accepted. Thorn's mansion was a monolith of decadence and decay, a sprawling testament to fortunes born from the misery of others. He was seated behind a desk of lacquered ebony, his face pallid but sharp, as if chiselled from stone. An invalid, he claimed, though there was a keenness in his eyes that belied frailty. "They say you're the best," Thorn began, sliding an envelope heavy with cash across the desk. His smile was thin, insincere, his words laced with condescension. "Bring me its head, and there's more where that came from." "What exactly am I hunting?" I asked, thumbing through the bills. "Some call it a wild dog." He hesitated, the smirk faltering briefly. "But it is no mere beast. You'll see for yourself if you survive." The venom in his tone was unmistakable, tossed his money into the gutter where his sneering aristocracy belonged. But pride, always pride, tethered me to his game. By moonlight, I ventured into the forest. The air was thick with an unnatural silence, the kind that prickles the skin and sours the mind. The usual cacophony of nocturnal life, crickets, owls, the rustle of leaves, was absent. Only my own breath and the crunch of frost-bitten leaves underfoot marked the passage of time. The trail was easy to follow at first, blood-slick grass, fur matted to branches. Yet as I delved deeper, the signs became peculiar. Scratches on bark that seemed deliberate, almost runic. Prints that shifted between paws and something disturbingly human. My skin crawled with an unease I could not rationalize, and then I saw it. Crouched by a stream, lapping at the water with grotesque indifference. It was no wild dog. Its hunched form was vaguely humanoid, though the limbs were gnarled and elongated. Its fur was patchy, as if it had been burned and regrown in uneven patches. Worst of all were its eyes, yellow, lambent, and staring not at the stream but directly into mine. I raised my rifle, steadying my breath. One shot, I thought, one clean shot. A deafening crack echoed through the woods. Somewhere behind me, a branch breaking under weight. The split-second distraction cost me dearly. The creature darted out of view with unnatural speed, only to reappear an instant later. It was upon me before I could react, its canine-like teeth sinking into my arm. The pain was immediate, searing, as though the wound itself were aflame. It snarled, a sound that resonated not just in my ears but in my very bones, and then it fled, leaving me bleeding and gasping. I staggered through the woods, the wound festering with a heat that sapped my strength. My thoughts blurred, my limbs heavy. Thorn's mansion was a distant beacon, but my legs carried me there as if guided by some unseen force. When I broke through the tree line, Thorn was waiting. He stood, upright and smug, no sign of the infirmity he'd feigned. His hands rested on a polished cane that seemed more prop than necessity. Beside him the creature slinked into view, obedient, its yellow eyes gleaming with malice. "Magnificent," Thorn murmured, his voice dripping with triumph. "You exceeded my expectations, Mr. Prayton." What have you done?" I croaked, each word a struggle. Thorn knelt beside the beast, stroking its matted fur with unsettling tenderness. "Do you like him? My son, my creation, a blend of man and beast, perfected by necessity." He grinned, his teeth unnaturally white under the moonlight. "He wasn't always like this, you know. Once he was a boy. Frail, sickly, but nature has its own remedies, if you're bold enough to seek them. The natives of Africa taught me secrets that no Western mind could fathom. They saved him, transformed him into something better." I tried to step back, but my legs refused. The burning in my arm had spread, my veins alight with something vile and alien. "I needed a hunter worthy of the chase," Thorn continued, his tone now mocking. "The bite, you see, is transformative. Soon you'll be like him. A creature of claw and rage, driven by the hunger that now stirs within you. And when the change is complete, I'll hunt you as I've hunted all the others." He hefted his rifle, his eyes gleaming with cruel delight. "Run, Prayton. The night is young, and I do so love the thrill of pursuit. I stumbled into the woods, my mind fracturing under the weight of the transformation. My bones twisted, my skin tore and reformed, fur sprouting in patches. The moon above seemed to mock me, its cold light reflecting the beast I was becoming. Behind me, Thorn's laughter echoed, joined by the distant crack of his rifle. He wasn't in any hurry. He didn't need to be. The hunt had begun, and I was his prey. A beast trapped in a game that would never end, forever fleeing under the cursed light of the moon.